Hi everyone. I have been receiving a lot of mails and messages with respect to that how are we supposed to make the notes as far as sociology is concerned. So I have decided that very often, as in when, let us say once a week, I will be giving you a broader idea that how the notes are supposed to be made. So let's start this video without wasting any further time to just give you an idea that how in sociology note making is supposed to be done. So to begin with, for that matter, any subject, whether it is GS or even ethics paper also, the strategy literally works. It is a good strategy. There are four aspects to it. The first being the syllabus, the second is the PYQs, the third is the note making, and finally, what we have is answer writing. Because, see, without answer writing, scoring in sociology always remains a challenge. So, these are the four things, and in this order only we are going to follow. We start with studying the syllabus, we go through the PYQs. Based on that, we are making our notes. And once our notes are made, then we are going to go for answer writing. Is that clear? Okay. Now, how we are going to do the notes? So for that, the first thing that I have to do is go through the syllabus. Now, in syllabus, let us say there is a unit on caste. And if you have seen your syllabus of sociology paper 2, you would see there are three aspects to this topic. One is the perspectives, which needs to be prepared. The second that we have is basically the features of caste system. And the third that we have is untouchability. So this is how my syllabus looks like. But when you will go through the PYQs, then you will understand that broadly studying these three topics would not be sufficient to answer all the questions which have been asked in sociology in past 15 to 20 years. So once you have gone through the syllabus, then we have to go through the PYQs of the topics, and accordingly we have to further deconstruct these syllabus. So in that case, now we are going ahead. So this time we have decided to deconstruct the topic of caste system. To begin with, we need to have an understanding of caste versus caste system. Once we have understood this, then we have to understand the features of caste system, and within the features we will be discussing the Jajmani system. That would be a separate topic within this. Within this, we have to lay emphasis on the concept of endogamy, because this is very important in order to understand caste as a topic. And finally, it is Varna versus Jati. So this becomes important. So now you are studying the features, but prior to studying the features, the focus would be on caste versus caste system. Exactly what is the difference? While studying the features, we would lay extra emphasis on Jajmani system, endogamy, and Varna versus Jati. Once we are done with this, then the focus would be on approaches. And within the approaches, there are two: attributional approach, and on the other hand you have interactional approach. Now the emphasis would be on these two approaches, and once you are done with these two approaches, together you will do the perspectives. And while you are focusing on the perspectives, now you can cover what is there in your syllabus. The perspective of G.S. Ghure, M.N. Srinivas, Louis Dumont, and Andre Bete. And within these perspectives, the focus would be also on theories with respect to origin of caste. So now the features as well as the perspective portion is done. Post this, there is a topic on which often the question is asked a lot, and that is transformation of caste system. Of late, there have been significant number of questions which are asked on this topic. So when you are studying the transformation of caste system, you will also lay emphasis on role of caste in politics. Again, a very important topic. Then the focus would also be on caste mobility. You can also study the perspective caste vis-a-vis class. This is highly rewarding topic, that is transformation of caste system. Once we are done with it, then our last topic would be untouchability. And once we are done or we are doing the topic of untouchability, we'll study the forms of untouchability, we'll study the perspectives with respect to untouchability, and we'll also study the contemporary issues with respect to untouchability. This becomes extremely important. There is very high probability of getting questions on these areas. Is this very clear? Okay. We are yet not done with the topic. So this is how the deconstruction of those three topics from your syllabus. Syllabus just say features, perspective, and untouchability. But this is how we are going to deconstruct the topic and prepare for this. Once we are done with this, then there are certain aspects which needs to be incorporated. For example, when we are studying caste system, caste outside Hinduism, caste outside India, this is important. And if I want to study caste as a topic at one place, then there are two topics from section C of the syllabus. This can also be incorporated here, and those topics are Dalit movement, as well as there is another topic, caste conflicts. Now your entire caste topic, whether it is from section B or it is from section C, is now incorporated. So with respect to what is there in the syllabus, then going through what kind of PYQs has been asked from this topic, this is how it needs to be created. Let me see if I can see if it is visible for everyone. This is how the complete flowchart on caste as a topic looks like. And now based on this, you have to create your notes. And once you're done with it, you can start with your answer writing. Is that very clear? So I hope this has added some understanding that how note making is supposed to be done. A, go through your syllabus. B, study your PYQs of 15-20 years, at least the questions, to help you get the broad headings from where that particular topic needs to be prepared. Once you have made this flow chart, now under each of the topic, make sure that you have enough content to write 150 to 250 words. And trust me, you are sorted. Now, why am I saying this and why you must be thinking कि मैम इतना मेहनत एक टॉपिक पे? Yes, very highly rewarding topic, because it is not only going to prepare you with respect to sociology paper 2. Sometimes the question on caste is asked in even in sociology paper 1. For example, there was a question that how natural inequality is different from social inequality, and you have to explain that with respect to the concept of caste and class. So again, in such questions, this can come very handy. And not only paper 1, with respect to sociology paper 2 also, every year, I'm telling you, minimum 3 to 4 questions are asked from caste as a topic. So trust me, this topic is worth investing your time. On this note, stay blessed and happy learning.